Hey guys, what's going on? Joseph Vollmer here. I got a new tool I'm going to be reviewing for you today. So without further ado, let's open it up and we'll see what we got. While I'm doing this, do me a favor. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That helps the channel out to pay for tools like this to review. And while you're at it, share the video. Alright, so ordered this off of Amazon because I got a couple projects I'm working on. And my lord, they sent enough packing crap in here. And off the big box for that little envelope. So, I got a couple vehicles I'm working on. This is going to come in real handy, I think, I hope. Read some reviews on it, and I'm hoping that the reviews were as accurate as they say they were. But we've got the Autel MaxiCheck MX808. Says professional scan tool. Now I'm used to using Snap-on, and we do have one high-end Autel at work every day. So I'm gonna set this up and we're gonna see how it does. Okay, so as you can see, comes in a nice hard case. This is supposed to be updated to 2022. It is supposed to be a bidirectional scan tool, so you can do force regen, resetting steering angle sensors, reset service stuff, TPMS sensor relearns, battery registrations and resets, read clear display codes, and then, you know, hopefully it'll show us some good data. But from what I understand, this will not charge off the OBD2 port. So comes in this nice case. Got your charging cord, got your manual, got your cord to plug it into the OBD2, and then you have the tool itself, which is really similar to an Android tablet. So before I go any farther, I'm going to go ahead, and I guess I should get back down here in frame. I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged in so it can charge up, and then we're going to hook it up to a couple of different vehicles and we're going to test it to see how it does. Of course, you know, mentally I'll be comparing it to a Snap-on since that's what I use every day, but we'll see if it is a good, like, high-end DIY scan tool. Because with the Black Friday deals they had going on, this tool came in at, I think, 330 bucks. So for a scan tool that's cheap, that's about twice the price of the cheap code reader, code clearers that you can get at the auto parts store. So hopefully this has a lot more functionality than those do. For, say, high-end DIY, we'll see how it goes. Shot some other video on the Autel and it didn't come out real well, so we're back out here again. Today we're in my little Ranger, and I know it's got some codes in it. So I've already connected the DLC, or the data link connector, right there to the Autel. I just plugged it into the vehicle. You can see it's powering up. I'm going to turn the key on, and we'll turn the blower down, and then we're going to go ahead and hit the power button and turn the tool on. There we go, got the little green power light up here. My other video I shot at night, so it didn't come up. And as you can see, the check engine light, if I started it up, it is on. Whoop. Turn that down. So now, that's your home screen. Just like an Android tablet, slide it over, it unlocks. It says MaxiCheck is initializing. Hit your diagnosis. And we're going to go with forward on this one. And as you can see, it moves your most commonly used ones to the front. I have scanned a Nissan with it. So we're going to hit automatic selection for the VIN. Hit read. And hopefully, yeah, I know the screen is really bright and it's not showing up real well. We're going to hit OK. And let me, real quick, I'm going to go into, once it decodes the VIN, I'm going to go into settings and see if I can't turn my screen brightness down so you guys can see it a little bit better. The last videos I shot, I didn't realize the screen brightness was so high that it wasn't showing up well on the video. So Vehicle is a Ranger Mazda B series. Hang on real quick. I'm gonna go home. Here we go. So, display. We're going to back our brightness down so hopefully you guys can see it better. And then down here on the bottom, oh, come on. Yeah, you guys can see that a lot better. Right down here on the bottom, we're going to click that. It'll take us right back to our vehicle. That's showing up a lot better now. So 50 state emissions gives us our VIN number. We hit yes. Compared to the Snap-on that we use at work, this is a little slower. The Autel that we have at work is a little bit slower than the Snap-ons. So now we're going to hit auto scan. So we're going to scan every module on the vehicle for codes. Got 3 faults in the PCM, so we'll look at those here in a minute. But this will go through and scan every module. Like I was saying though, the Snap-on scan tools that we have at work, we have 2 different ones, and they're about $4,000 to $6,000 a piece depending on the model and the options. So this is, I got $350 is what I paid for it. All right, it's done scanning. So the ABS, no faults. Restraint control module, no faults. Generic electric module, no faults. We've got 1 in the instrument cluster. So just out of curiosity, let's see what that is. We're gonna click on, just touch that and read codes. Oh, battery voltage low. Okay. So I'm gonna start the truck real quick, just to be on the safe side, even though I got a new battery, I know that. We're gonna back out of that. We're just gonna hit erase codes. It's asked for the engine to be off, but we're just gonna tell it that it is. Okay. Now I should have just cleared the codes in that module. And it's gonna rescan it, see, pass, no fault. So it automatically rescans when you back out of the module. We're gonna go into the PCM, see what codes are in it. Read codes and retrieve continuous memory diagnostic codes. Ford offers a key on, engine off, and a key on, engine run code check. This one I want to see what is stored, so we use a continuous memory diagnostic codes for that, and it takes it a second. Okay, coolant thermostat stuck open. Yeah, I know that. That's an old one. Okay, so I got thermostat stuck open. It's been that way. I haven't been able to get good heat in here, so I knew that was the case. Cat efficiency below threshold, bank 2. So that is the one I knew was here. So I'm gonna hit escape, and we're gonna hit escape again. We're gonna hit erase codes. Ignition on, engine off. Yes. Yeah, that's good. I know why that code is there, and I'm gonna try and show you. Okay. So we're gonna go to live data. I want to show you what live data is available on this truck. And this is your ECU data. Now, unfortunately, one thing I have found, and later on in the video, I'll show you the video. I did scan my daughter's car because it's got a misfire in it. It doesn't, Ford has notoriously poor misfire monitors anyway. This does not have the capability, at least on an 03 Escape, to read misfire monitors. There may not be any decent misfire monitors there. So here you can see my AC pressure switch. These, okay, so air conditioning clutch is off. Now I could click that on. There you go. You see the air conditioning clutch click on. It's showing me my airflow trims, axle ratio 373, barometric pressure sensor in hertz, my kilopascal barometric pressure sensor, which would be nice if I get that. Need to go in and change the units over again. Battery positive voltage 14.06. Brake is off. If I touch the brake pedal, on. Camshaft sensors. You can see it also shows data for evap. Cat system test not ready. So let's see. Desired engine idle speed 928. Range sensor switches. So you could see there is quite a bit of diagnostic capability, and if you go through and select over on this side, you select these different PIDs, or performance indicating data. You can go to a graph that just shows the ones you've selected. So, engine misfire currently detected, no. So, let's see. You can see the active engine RPMs. Engine coolant temperatures, 113 degrees centigrade. Or excuse me, what? Oh, 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is, I just drove it to town and back. It should be 190, but like it said, the thermostat's stuck open. So, we're gonna get down to my, shoot, O2 sensor. Heated oxygen sensor, bank 2. It doesn't tell me. I can't see which one is bank 2 sensor 2. So, okay, so my bank 2s, these are the voltage return from the sensors, and it's really hard to tell here, but I know what's going on. One of my sensors has some bad wiring because a rodent got under there and chewed on it. But you can see, as we scan through here, it takes a second to come up, you can see all the different data that is available through this scan tool. So I'm going to back out of this, and let's see, it doesn't give me any option here for doesn't give me any option there to actually be able to control system. So it came back up with one fault after I cleared the codes. Check engine light is now out. We're just going to read codes, continuous memory diagnostic codes, just see what popped back up. And it's probably the coolant, the thermostat. Oh, P1000. It hasn't completed a, so that's just saying, hey, you haven't had enough runtime to complete all the system checks. So there you go. It's going to scan it again. It'll come up with one code. No more check engine light. I know what my codes are, and that's a better description than any parts store scan tool is going to give to you. We're going to, yes, I want to exit, and I want to control unit. So now I go into control unit, my instrument cluster. So yeah, I don't really have much there either. Let's see, how about ABS? Yeah, so like I could see my data, and if I pull up my ABS data, just so you guys can see this, to show what data. Okay, so you can see it'll give you your left front, right front, or excuse me, yeah, left front wheel speed sensor, your rear differential wheel speed, which, because it measures that at the center section. There should also be a right front wheel speed sensor right there, so I could select right front, differential, and left front. Whoop. And then I could go to top, and it moves those three right up to the top, so that if I put it in reverse and back up and then pull back forward, you can see my miles per hour, 3.11, 373. They're all reading about the same speed. We'll come to a stop. This way, if you had an ABS issue, you can look and see, maybe you've got a wheel speed sensor that's not reading properly. You can look and see what each sensor is individually reading. So, okay, so to get out of it, we're just gonna go, and you can change, you can graph it. So now you're looking at a graph, and if I put it in gear and back up, you've got 3 different colors. You should end up with 3 different lines on the graph. You can see them growing at the far end, but we're not going very fast. There you go. The faster you go, the higher they grow. If one of them gets out of line, you'll see that color pop out, but they're all run together. So we're back at 0. Now we'll accelerate and see if I can spike the graph. And you can see how the graph came up and back down. So now you can look at it as a graph state. And you can go through and change different things with it. I've got to play with it a little bit more, but you can pull up and you can actually see your speeds as well. Okay. So, and then to get out of it, we're just going to back out, hit escape, and we can go back home. See if I can go home. We'll go there. And this is all, so you have Adobe Reader. If I hit MaxiCheck, it brings me in here. I can go into service, and these are all different things that'll allow me to service. So if I hit oil reset, let's just see Ford. There isn't one on this truck, but yeah, and then see, it'll go through and it'll allow you to, yes, I want to exit. It would allow you to select the VIN and go in that way, so you could reset that kind of thing. Shop manager, your vehicle history, workshop information, customer management. So I mean, there's all kinds of different settings that you can do here. And then if you go all the way home, of course you have your calculator, clock, you know, all these different tools, because you can actually take photos with this just like you could a normal tablet. There aren't any on here. You change your system settings, you know, you could put your email on here, all kinds of stuff. So at any rate, all right guys, I hope that helps you out. This is the MaxiCheck MX808 scan tool from Autel. I actually really like it for the price I paid for it. I think there's a lot of diagnostic capability and a lot of things that you could do as far as like high-end DIY with it. Would I say that this would be good for a repair shop? Not as a primary scan tool. As a good secondary, yes, definitely. But there's a lot of functions with a primary scan tool that that can do that this one can't. One of the things that I've noticed is, excuse me, when I was in the instrument cluster, when I was looking at the instrument cluster on this particular truck, our snap-on scan tools at work, you can actually go in and program keys, because these are chip keys and you have to get security system access to program the keys. This scan tool does not allow you to gain access to the security system. That's a 10-minute process. So unfortunately, that scan tool won't do it. You're going to need something more powerful. But as far as getting in and being able to do battery resets and things of that nature, yes, it would do service resets and those kind of things. Whoop, there you go, come on with me. It'll do service resets and those kind of things just fine. So if this is something high-end DIY that you're looking for, I think this would definitely be a good scan tool. And keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on the videos. I will keep you updated if I have any issues with it, and we'll just see how it goes. So thanks for watching, guys. We will see you on the next one. Hope that was helpful and informative. Do me a favor, comment, rate, subscribe if you don't mind. We'll see you on the next one.